Hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Risings, people with Aries energy, Aries in general. Hey, hi, hello, how are ya? Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have already been here before. I hope your day is going good. I hope your night's going good. I just hope that you are good. I swear to God, my intro changes every day. So today, we're just going to be taking a look at the month ahead for you in the month of February. I still can't talk right, apparently, so that's cool. So we have three little piles here. This one over here, boop, is for your career and finances. There are 6 cards in each pile, by the way. The one in the middle here, I recently just got from a Kickstarter, and this is going to talk about your relationships for the month of February, and this is just talking about your journey for the month of February as well. It'll make more sense as we go into it. So, really quick, let me just give the disclaimers of I do apologize for the noise that you may hear. There are cats, there are people in this house, and there's a lot of noise in the background. So I apologize if you hear something. I try my best to make sure all the noise is canceled out, but still things happen. And then of course the second thing is the shaking of the camera. I talk with my hands a lot, so things tend to move. And then, yep, so let's just go ahead and get into it. We'll start with your finances and career. That's really all I have to say about that, honestly. It's a very quick introduction. If you want to, feel free to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on my other social medias where I do try to post daily. TikTok's really been the only one I've been consistent of, but I do also post on Tumblr, so I do try to post weekly here as well. Try to post daily, honestly, but that has not been successful. Moving on, finances and career for Aries. Yeah. First 3 cards we have. Okie dokie. Actually, you know what? Let me just zoom back out. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Queen of Swords, Page of Cups, 10 of Wands. I didn't think this through before I started. Clearly, we could see that. Okay, so for the month of February, and this beautiful lighting that I can't really do anything about. I do think that there's going to be some miscommunications, some mishaps going on here. I think you are going to be the one in charge when it comes to speaking up about that kind of stuff, but I don't think you should say anything until you have a good plan down, right? It's going to be a very creative and idealistic time for you when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career. You might face some backlash, though, because people might be like, well, that's a little too outlandish, but go for those more creative ideas, the more idealistic things, the more, like, seemingly impossible kind of stuff, because it's actually going to be able to help you out a lot more from what I'm seeing here. I do think that if you're trying to expand your horizons when it comes to work, like either a new job or a promotion or something like that, it might be a little bit challenging, because I do think it's not so much people are going to get in the way, it's words. It's how people say things, it's how you might say something. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of responsibilities and a lot of burdens that are unexpected that you don't know how to, like, how to deal with correctly, I guess is the right way, because it's going to feel like nobody's listening to you, if that makes sense. And that's why you're taking on oh boy, and that is why you're taking on more of the Queen of Swords energy, right? You're going to be more forward with how you say things. You're going to be more, like, analytical and, like, more logical and things. And I say that, but you should also be getting, like, creative and idealistic. Like, ideas are just going to come naturally to you, right? And you're going to be able to execute them clearly, but there's, like, this weird struggle going on with, maybe you take too much on, maybe you're already at that breaking point in this month. You're going to be like, hey, I'm overburdened, there's a lot of stress, I don't like it, please help me out, right? But I do think there is some expansion coming in, whether that is through money, that is through wealth in general, like material items or something like that, whether that is taking on more work at your work or something like that. So just be careful about all that. Make sure you take some time to rest and really plan things out before you say yes or no to anything. And get creative, because it's going to be that fun, free spirit that you have within you that is going to help push past all of this. So yeah, finances and career. This might be a short reading. I have some oracle cards set aside if I think it's too short. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this is just relationships. This could be about love. This could be about, like, general, like, family or friends, stuff like that. So we have the Magician. I got this tarot deck from a Kickstarter recently. We got Temperance. Okay, this one we're going to have to do 3x3. Okay. And we have the Six of Pentacles to start. Really quick, what is the name of this tarot deck? It's just, I'm pretty sure it's just called the Halloween Tarot. Happy Halloween Tarot. Recently released. It's very cute. I know it's not Halloween yet, but I really just wanted to show this deck off because I love it. So, my goodness. In terms of your relationships, if you are trying to find love, or if you're trying to fix a relationship because perhaps some things were not nicely said or something like that, I think it's going to go well. That being said, there are going to be quite a few bumps in the road. Nothing too bad, right? You're being asked to have patience for the people in your life, for the manifestations. Oh my gosh. Is it too late to restart this? For the manifestations that you're bringing in. You're being asked to be open with giving and receiving, right? Because I feel like it's going to be a mutual benefit to everybody here. And I can say that with certainty because we have the Four of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the 10 of Cups here. I'll just sit it right in the middle. The Four of Cups can talk about apathy. It could talk about not really feeling like you're connected in whatever relationships you have going on, which I do think is why you're being asked to have patience here, right? Because not everything is going to be as it seems for you when it comes to your relationships. And I do think that at the end of the day, you are going to be surrounded by people who care about you, who are willing to give to you, especially since that Six of Pentacles technically talks about like money and stuff like that. So I feel like you're gonna really need your support system this month when it comes to your work and your finances. So don't be afraid to like reach out about whatever's stressing you because people are gonna be receptive to you. I also think that in regards to love, if you are looking for love, that I think you might be meeting somebody through work. Again, I'm not really picking up like love if you're single kind of thing. I am picking up already established relationships, whether it's friends, family, or, you know, an actual significant other if you're in a relationship. For some of you, though, I do sense more independence when it comes to your connections. Like, you're not necessarily taking a break from people, but people are just giving you more space. You know, you're like, I need to relax a little, especially if work is going to be anything like it showed in the cards. And people are going to give you that time to really disconnect and let yourself charge. And you can come back to them without fearing like getting judgment or something like that. But if you are feeling stressed out in your relationships because of that Four of Cups here, if you are feeling like apathetic and like things just feel empty, it is going to get better. People are going to come in and they are going to want to take care of you. You just need to be patient with yourself and with other people, if that makes any sense. Okie dokie. And then this is probably the one I want to spend the most time with. It is your journey for the month of February. So we have the Five of Swords, which does talk about insecurity. We have the Knight of Swords, which is interesting because it's independence. It's somebody who's very cutthroat, who is out for their own gain, essentially, but it's not like in a bad way. We have the, I think that's 8 of Cups. Oh, and look at that, we have Tim Debbie. Yes, the Devil. Okay. Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Well, I guess it's a good thing I have to change my battery. Gives me time to really lay out the cards. Yeah, that works. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to lay out 3 at a time, and then we'll just stack them on top. So I'm going to start with the Devil set here, the Devil set, simply because the Devil is going to be your biggest influence because it is a major arcana card. So especially from the swords that I'm seeing here, the Knight of Swords, the 5, and the 7, you may be tempted to cut corners. Especially, I feel like this is going to be in regards to work. But regardless, you may be tempted to cut corners this month. You may be tempted to hide how you're feeling. There could be some surprises, some truth coming out, and some insecurities especially that you may have to face this month. Given the Knight of Swords as well, you may be more inclined to take care of yourself this month, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Just make sure that you are actually taking care of yourself and not like, like cutting corners when it comes to that. You know, like instead of taking a shower a week or whatever, you're doing it on a consistent basis. not necessarily just lying to yourself either. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you're not swinging back and forth with that devil energy, because it does talk about cycles and addictions, and especially if you have insecurities coming in here, or some, not necessarily arguments, but tough conversations, that you're actually being honest and that you're willing to listen. This could easily spiral into like anxiety and stuff like that, so make sure that you're balancing that energy. The Knight of Swords in particular as well, can talk about somebody who is trying to move too quickly with things, who's only looking out for themselves, has a very reckless energy, right? So while you're picking up all these different things and burning yourself out because you're like, well, all of these people are already mad at me, I don't want to make them mad, you could be cutting corners that way, and you could just be making reckless mistakes, you know, and that gets you even more like upset and worked up. So just make sure that you're checking in with yourself this month, because I feel like it's going to save you a lot of trouble down the road. The Ace of Pentacles is fun because this talks about, you know, maybe receiving money. It could talk about a new job of some kind, maybe something stable in terms of relationships, or like reconnecting with yourself or somebody else. And then of course we have that Eight of Cups too. So I do feel like there is something you have to let go. I think this has to do with a more mental kind of thing. This could be like leaving a job for something better. It could be something actual physical. But I feel like for some of you, there is something that's going to come out with that Seven of Swords, and you're just going to have to like let it go, right? Whether that is a fear of asking for help because work seems to be the more problematic area, or that feeling of feeling like disconnected, because we saw that with the Four of Cups. You're letting go of something this month, and I think it's really going to help you in the long run. Yeah, because if we look at the bottom of the deck here, we have Death, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So I do think, regardless of what happens this month, you will be leaving February in a better state of mind and feeling a lot better than where you are starting this month. That is really all that is, that this reading is. I just wanted to keep it short because it is just an overview. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. It does look like you're in for a rocky time when it comes to finances and your career. It feels more career-based. I think your finances will be fine, but I think communication is going to be your biggest struggle with your coworkers, with your managers, and stuff like that. Relationships do seem to be okay. If you are feeling disconnected from people, just make sure, you know, you reach out to people, because you're never alone, and I do feel like people are going to be wanting to help you this month. And I feel like your personal journey is definitely going to take you on a ride, that's for sure, but I feel like you're going to be speaking out more about your struggles and finding that help. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and end it here then. I hope you stick around. I promise you I'm not actually this bad at talking. I'm not this bad at talking, I swear. Feel free to subscribe, and I try to post on a daily, weekly basis. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good day, have a good night. I love you whether you're new or old to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.